What's up, y'all? Straight to the point. Top of the morning. Hope everybody feeling good. How y'all feeling this morning? Y'all all right? We say good morning down south. Hope everybody feeling good, man. Uh, the beautiful brown sugars in the building. Ted's in the building. I see y'all in here. Damn. Well, uh, I guess yesterday, some people, they fell off when I asked the question yesterday, but I guess they didn't really want to hear the question that I was asking yesterday. And I was asking how many more years that some players, got left, and that was Harden and Paul George. But that's neither here nor there, because we know that their window is coming to a close, but KD's window is coming to a close as he once again got swept by a guy who looked up to him in Ant-Man. Now, I can't really put this all on KD. I'm talking about in terms of this loss. Now, as far as his legacy is concerned, that's a whole nother situation. You said Harden had 3 years. These veteran guys, Hart, not in the game anymore. Ant-Man, Ant beat KD so bad, he should be arrested for elder abuse. Well, I mean, it is a team game. You know what I'm saying? But KD did what he could, but he just runs into bad situations, bad luck. Okay, and I'm gonna talk about Ant-Man in a minute because I'm gonna tell y'all what happened. Everybody pretty much ignored me. Told people about Ant-Man. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't just the fact that I compared him to Jordan and I compared him to Kobe Bryant. At first I was saying more Kobe more than anything. But we'll get to that in just a second. But the thing about it with KD, KD tried to do what LeBron did, but it backfired on him. Okay? You can only be yourself, okay? And what I'm talking about is he tried to take LeBron's blueprint in terms of doing the super team thing and all that other stuff. It wasn't really going to work for him. You said Ant-Man is greater than Tatum. It's looking to be that way. First, he got to get to a conference finals, and then he got to get to a finals, and then he got to win a championship. Now, as far as talent-wise and the know-how, and in terms of their shot selection, there's an argument there because they're both about. In terms of how they shoot, they both shoot a not so good percentage, especially when you look at the beginning of their careers. Ant-Man shot a horrible percentage, and so did Tatum. But if you're talking about in terms of talent, overall talent and excitement, oh yeah, it's Ant-Man. But we also got to go. You got to look. Everybody always talks about a criteria and all this other stuff. You got excitement. You know what I'm saying. You got fundamental skills. You know what I'm saying, and you also got success rate. He has a better handle. I mean, if you're talking about, well, you got to think about it. They played two different positions. Okay, he's gonna handle the ball a lot more, and then on top of that, he plays out on the wing more. um, Jason Tatum is a he's a natural three. Sometimes they did something silly and they very rarely, okay, and I don't want people to take this out of context, but there has been times when Tatum has went to the four spot, but not that's not even that's every once in a blue moon you've seen something like that happen. But for the most part, he's a natural small forward. He's a three, and so I mean, Ant-Man is a natural two guard. He's a natural shooting guard. He plays the position how it's supposed to be played. He has the old school type of aggressiveness. He has that first step. Like the guys, like of course, the Jordans, the Kobe's, the Vinces. Even though Vince he played small forward and he played shooting guard too. That's that first step. He's not waiting on anything. He'll cross you up, do a little move or whatever every now and again. But for the most part, he's coming in there to attack the basket. Well, yeah, I mean, it's happened. Well, Ted, you're laughing, man, but they put Kawhi at the four. So it doesn't have much. Tatum's not a small guy, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just like with Michael Porter Jr. But I'm not saying that's his natural position. But if somebody gets hurt or something like that, and you need rebound, you got to think about it though. Tatum had he's been up on rebounds lately. He's out rebounded Porzingis as of late. If we really want to be honest about that. You said Conley is underrated. I've never listen. I like Mike Conley Jr.'s game. I've always liked this game. I think that a lot of people don't really appreciate him enough. Yeah, you're right about that. They don't appreciate Mike Conley. I would like to have Mike Conley, you know what I'm saying, as that veteran on our squad. He's won. I think he won the sportsmanship award before. But man, Mike Conley remind me of that dude that played on the Jamie Foxx show a little bit, man. What's that dude name, man? He was dating Sherry Shepherd on there, man. I forgot that little dude's name, but he looked just like that dude, man. You said if the Wolves win the chip, will be a Hall of Famer. Who? Mike Conley? Ooh, I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, Mike Conley, man. with today's standards of the Hall of Fame, then you probably do have an argument, but I don't know, man. That's tough. I mean, you gotta think about it. Okay, Mike Conley Jr. He's known more for his days in with Memphis. Oh, you talking about Rudy Gobert? Rudy Gobert's gonna be a Hall of Famer. Oh yeah, Rudy Gobert. Even if you don't like him, I mean, come on, man. 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. Yeah, he gonna be a Hall of Fame automatically. A walking double double, pretty much. Solid defender up until he gets exposed. But he's been working on it. I got to give Rudy Gobert his credit. He held it down solid. He held it down solid while Cat had been gone. I thought Rudy Gobert was gonna have some slippage. Nah, Rudy Gobert has really stepped his game up, man. And Rudy Gobert has always been good. I know some people going to be like, well, look at the numbers. Look what he did and all this other stuff. Well, what we're talking about is when he gets in the playoffs, he got exposed. And that's what was, and nobody likes to talk about this, but that's what was happening to Jokic. That's what was happening to Jokic, but unfortunately, uh, they couldn't do that no more with Jokic because Jokic started to figure things out. He's a cerebral type of player. That's why he makes up for the unathleticism for his cerebral mentality, being able to see the floor, his court vision. He knows how to rebound. He doesn't even have to be a tenacious rebounder without getting off the ground and all that other stuff. It's just his basic fundamentals and basic natural feel for the ball. Yeah, a ring would be an icing on the cake. You're right about that. But you people are gonna expect more. And it's funny that you were talking about. I think you mentioned Alex Rodriguez, and Alex Rodriguez, man, has really taken this organization in or advanced in the playoffs rather since since the 2003-2004 season. That's phenomenal. It took some time. They went through some rough years, but I think they found a gem in Anthony Edwards. And listen, all that trash they used to talk about Anthony Edwards, now I'm gonna go ahead and move on and talk about him. Hey, what's up with it, Alex? Let's talk about him for a second, right? Now, everybody was like, he just gonna be, another fly-by-night player. All he's gonna be is just he all about excitement and stuff like that. All he's gonna be is a straight dunker and stuff like that. He's never gonna improve his game. I said, nah. There's something else about this guy, because what I noticed is when he started making the playoffs, he was much more aggressive than what Karl Anthony Towns was. He was much more aggressive. It was like he wanted it more. It was just that he was a little out of control. His shot selection wasn't good, but he was tenacious. He was tenacious on both offense and as well as defense. And that's why I said, okay, this guy's got it. And every year he got better. Everybody was talking the same shit on when I was on the panel with a couple guys. They basically looked over Minnesota. I said, no, these guys have size. Chris Finch is a good coach, man. What's up with it, the real? I see you in here. No, I don't, man. Nah, man. Listen, I don't want anybody on the 76ers that is, his window for opportunity is closing. KD, man, he's a great player and everything, but I don't want somebody that's gonna be singing the same old song. You know what I'm saying? I'm even starting to think that about Kawhi a little bit. I was starting to think that about Paul George too, singing the same old songs. You feel what I'm saying? Okay, here go the same old song. Okay, yeah, with KD, he'll play good, he'll get you there and everything, score good and stuff like that. Then guess what? Something ends up happening to where we don't advance. You know what I'm saying? And then with Kawhi, as much as I like Kawhi and everything, it's like, damn, right at the time you need him most, knee inflammation. You know what I'm saying? And the Clippers still won and everything. So see, Ted, doesn't that sound familiar? With Embiid, when you need him most and everything, it's like, damn, and I know Embiid's playing and everything, but like, this era for Embiid is over with. I don't care what nobody says. It's time for the Maxey era. The reason why Maxey can't get off like he wants to is because Embiid is in the way. KD ran off Bruce Brown from the Nets, who was hooping, went to the Nuggets and won a chip. Man, you know what? And I wanted to talk about that too, man. I'll probably save that for another video, but that's who the Nuggets really I think they missed. Don't get me wrong, the Nuggets, they still got a dynamic team, but Bruce Brown, like, that dude did everything, man. And he really opened up the floor for them guys too. He was doing everything. But yeah, you said he ran out Bruce Brown. Yeah, I mean, man, look, man, it's time to pass the torch. These young guys are wanting to take over. It's their time now. That's what Ant-Man been saying. It's my time now. And he's right about that. I mean, dare I say a gentleman's sweep? I mean, come on now. So when I was trying to tell everybody, man, nah, Ant-Man, he's gonna progress. He's the guy. Karl Anthony Towns even said that he got to step aside. He's the leader of the team, and that's another thing. Ant-Man is a leader. He got leadership qualities. He's still a little bit young. He still got guys that are older than him on the team and stuff like that. But I know that people are gonna respect him now because, like, he got a sweep under his belt. He swept the legend. Yeah, and Booker, you know what I'm saying? Devin Booker, he played good. He put up 49, but it just wasn't enough. And, man, I'm starting to think about, like with Booker, man, does he need people around him to be better? Can he hold things up himself? Because it's looking like he can't carry a team by himself. And I know that not one single person can't do everything all alone and stuff like that. You do need, you need people that you can depend on. But I mean, then you talk about Bradley Beal. I mean, dog, come on, man. Well, I don't even know why they put them in the category of a big three. I don't even know why they put them in the category of a big three. What they had to realize, man, is that they were running up against a team that has been battle tested. KD, he's been battle tested, but it just seems like, especially with the playoff record since he's left the Warriors, he's lost most of the battles more than he's won. With Devin Booker, he's lost more of the battles more than he's won. You know what I'm saying? You're running up against a Minnesota team that has they've already been together for some time. When you talk about okay, they had some time to figure it out. Rudy Gobert and Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards. And Chris Finch has been their coach. They had to get some time to figure some things out, and that's what they did. I wanted to see if they were going to get past the first round, and they were able to do that. Now, I know this might sound crazy when I say this. They don't really, if they lose, they got something to build on next season. Because and if they lose, listen, they don't have nothing to lose when they playing these guys. Because they like, look, Anthony Edwards, he's young. Rudy Gobert's still young. Anthony Towns is still, he's getting up there, but he's still young. And they still got a lot of time. They still got their core together. What's up, Jelly Bean? You said Bill is officially. you put Bradley Beal a bum. Now I just think that he'll never, like I said, I never put him in the category of a superstar. I never put him. Who you talking about, Mike Conley? Are you talking about Mike Conley? Mike Conley gonna be straight. Mike Conley gonna be straight. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, they got a solid core, and these guys really, you should be talking about Karl Anthony Towns, because he got hurt and he was missing in action too. You know, you got to worry about Karl Anthony Towns. Congratulations on your baby, Jelly Bean. Congratulations, man. Nah, Minnesota, they want it, man. Like, and plus they got the size, man. Like, I think their average. That's why, like, I was trying to tell Herm and them, Minnesota would beat Golden State if Golden State was to play them, they would demolish them. You don't have nobody that can guard Ant-Man. Like I said, I'll repeat it again. He could break down any defense in the league. I think the only one that he'll probably struggle with is probably maybe the Nuggets. And even that, he'll be able to, man, he'll blow by everybody on the Nuggets. He'll blow by Michael Porter Jr. He'll blow by and dunk on Aaron Gordon, because he jumps just as high as him. He'll blow by and he'll dunk on KCP. He'll blow by and he'll dunk on anybody that tries to guard him. You can't keep up. Do you know that Anthony Edwards runs like a 4.3? And he plays football too. You're not keeping up with his first step. But I don't believe he's a little bit too young to beat the Nuggets this year. And everybody talking all this stuff about Dallas. Dallas ain't going to no Western Conference Finals. Yeah, you got a 45, damn near 50-inch vertical. I mean, like when he jumps, it's like he, it's like he just wants to stay in the air. That's why the comparisons to Michael Jordan. Look, if he takes over the league, I want people to give me my credit, because I told people. Now, you can't see it yet. You know, I want to see him. Let's get to 7 years, possibly winning a championship or something, a championship or two. Hey, then we'll be talking about a comparison. Now, that right there, if you want to compare somebody to Jordan, okay, I can compare him to, in that, like doing somebody like LeBron. Somebody that don't play the same game as Michael Jordan, somebody that has an entirely different mentality. I don't like to compare that. If you want to compare accolades and all that other stuff, okay, yeah, we could go there. But I'm talking about him as a overall basketball player, his overall basketball makeup. He pulls up and he can shoot. He can shoot the mid-range. He's athletic. He'll sky over you and dunk. You said the Thunder? Only thing that concerns me with the Thunder is their size. Yeah, Aaron Edwards. The only thing that concerns me with the Thunder is their size. Other than that, they got potential to do it. Like, all these guys are young, and think about it. Let's also put this in perspective too, okay? Before I get to the Lakers, because I know that's what some people want to talk about. Even when the Lakers is losing, everybody want to talk about them. But let's talk about this, right? All of the young teams are at the top of the West. Think about it. You got OKC, they were number 1. LeBron and AD, they number 8. The Pelicans, Okay, the Pelicans were up there at one point. Okay, let's talk about the Mavericks. When you talk about Luka, I'm naming some superstars on the team. They were in the top of the West. The Nuggets, of course, they were at the top of the West. Okay, when I mention the Thunder, I got to mention SGA. Okay, now you had Phoenix up there and everything, but unfortunately they weren't able to seal it. And then of course you got Minnesota, and all of these guys are young and ready to take over. They're ready to take over the West right now. Meanwhile, you got a guy in in AD or specifically LeBron, because it's just really LeBron. You know what I'm saying? That everybody's trying to still put him as the face and all this other stuff. When you got a guy in Anthony Edwards that's itching to be the face of the league, this guy wants it. He's got that Ja Morant type of mentality to with this ferociousness. Only reason you can't really get a face of the league to Ja is because of his off the court troubles. You said I wish we had another bit. I thought we were gonna make a move. Man, who's your team, Jelly Bean? I forgot. You said Luka needs to shoot less and pass more and let Kyrie run the offense. Kyrie gets other going right. Man, listen, bro. They should have just stuck to the same format that they were doing. Luka, all he needs to do is just play defense. Luka got everything else. He just needs to be able to do other things. Let me drop some knowledge on y'all real quick, right? Okay. I'm going back to once again the 95-96 finals, okay? Now, everybody wants to sit up here and talk about, and I'm a Jordan fan, talk about how Jordan, he was the series and all this other stuff. Jordan was shooting 31%. He was shooting horrible. Shooting percentages like 5 of 19. And on top of that, Jordan was committing a lot of turnovers. They don't talk about that, though. They don't talk about that. He shouldn't have, and people gonna get mad, but in my opinion, he shouldn't have been no MVP. And the reason why is because you had other guys to make up for what he was doing. Okay, well, you're saying, well, damn, well, what's your point? Okay, even with Jordan, him struggling, especially that last game where he shot a horrible percentage, because I think he shot like 5 for 19. It was 3 games in there. He shot way below 50%. Now, he did have, I think, 2 games where he shot 50%, and then another one where he shot 47%. But he made up for it with, he started to figure out, okay, we got to beat these guys up in another way, because he had like 5 turnovers and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? They don't talk about that. What I'm saying is like, okay, what can you do other than scoring? Can you do something else if things ain't going your way? And that's what Luka has to learn how to do. He hasn't learned that. He hasn't learned that yet. It's even with Anthony Edwards. That's why Anthony Edwards can do it. Anthony Edwards, like when Joel Embiid, he's struggling and all this other stuff, man, this dude want to get mad, start pulling people down and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? If Joel Embiid can't do nothing else. But with Maxey, he can. If Maxey is struggling, guess what? He gonna play defense. He gonna hustle. He gonna dive on the floor. That's what Anthony Edwards did. Anthony Edwards, that game he had 15, guess what? He was playing defense, and he had a key block too. It's other things involved, but all they do is talk about, oh, Jordan. Nah, not over here. I'm gonna tell your ass that he was struggling. Nah, man, you got to be objective. You can't be like, oh, man, he got MVP. You know who should got the MVP? It was Dennis Rodman. But you got guys up in here talking about, well, why are you starting Dennis Rodman? Because you need a guy like that can confiscate. um, not confiscate, that can make up for what the other guy's not doing. And Anthony Edwards is able to do that. Plus, he got other guys that can make up for what they're doing. And then you got Williams on the team too. Not Jaden. What's that other dude's name? I always forget his name. McDaniels. I said Jaden McDaniels, not Williams. Yeah, I'm getting mixed up with OKC boy. But that's what I'm saying. Can you do other things? You said Luka or Kyrie can close. They just. What are you talking about? They do got help. Like, they got other guys that can do other things, but what I'm saying is you got to do your part too. Derek Lively has been doing his thing. Derek Lively has filled the void for a lot of things, man. You know, in that middle area. You said Naj Reid came up big for them this year. Jelly Bean, who is your team, man? You never told me who your team is, man. I know you from the DMV and everything, but who's your squad, man? What's up, Lemon Pepper Lou? Kevin Durant needs to retire, not run away to another team. I mean, if he retires, I mean, he'll be a Hall of Famer and he'll be first ballot, but he'll never be considered one of the greats that people were gonna put him in, like, you know, a top 5 or top 3 and none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Now, in terms of his talent and the way that he scores, yeah, I mean, he will be, but that's not what people are looking at. They're looking at overall basketball body of work. And the only thing that you can say is that he went there, you know, he got 2 finals MVP. But the real basketball people, you know what I'm saying, on the streets, you know, they know what's up. They gonna be like, nah, you jumped on the juggernaut team, you know, and you got your and you still had to, you know, you still had to beat them. That's why I don't get into that argument, because at the end of the day, you still have to go out there and you still had to beat them, because what if they lost? But at the same time, what did you do after you left the Golden State Warriors? That's what people are looking at, and your record has been. You said 90% chance. Yeah, I know. Yeah, he had that. He got that calf issue, man. See, yeah, I saw it in game 4. You said I'm an OKC fan. Was a Supersonics fan. I'm from Indiana. I lived in Bmore. Yeah. Okay. Well, man, I don't know, man. I mean, shoot, it's been a while. I just remember you being from the DMV, you moving around all over this place. Shoot, look at that. You know, wait a minute. That don't even make no sense, right? You kind of like me. Okay, I'm from Texas, but you know, I love the Philadelphia 76ers. I also lived on the East Coast at one point in my life. You from? See, you from OKC? You from OKC? You from Oklahoma City, right? You know what I'm saying? You was a Supersonics fan. We know that. That makes sense right there. But then, then you said, oh wait, no, you say you from Indiana. My bad. You say you from Indiana, and then but you're an OKC fan, but you lived in the DMV. Nigga, that's 3 different, entirely different cultures right there. So you kind of like me. I'll be all over the place. You said Denver can still win without Murray. Murray's a good playmaker, man. He's a real good playmaker. As much as Murray can score, he's a good playmaker too. I mean, he's averaging well over 7 assists, I think. I think even one game he had like 14 assists. This is the thing. Let's have that. Let's talk about that right now, though. Let's go ahead and have that discussion because that's what the media wants, Ted. They wanna spin it like, oh yeah, LeBron brought him back. Nah, it ain't been LeBron. It'll be AD if they come back from 3-0, which nobody has done. What is it? 151 and 0, 151 and 0 or something like that. Nobody has ever done it. I guarantee you, the media is going to try to be like, yeah, LeBron did it. But no, we all know who did it. Or who was leading the charge, rather. It was AD. He's been the most consistent one. AD is the face of the Lakers, man, not LeBron. LeBron might be the face in terms of, okay, yeah, they know who he is more and all this and his accomplishments and stuff like that. But AD has by far been the best player. And people could get mad at me if they want to. It really doesn't hurt me none. It's the truth, though. That's what they're going to try to do. They're going to try to spin it and make it seem as if, LeBron carried the team and brought him back from 3-0. No. Now, you had an argument, in the 2016 finals. Yeah, you had an argument there. But then even still, some people, they bring up the fact that, Kyrie Irving was putting up big numbers. And on top of that, he hit an important shot. But then you're going to go back and forth. Well, he made a defensive play. You know what I'm saying? He made an important defensive play. Some people feel like that changed the momentum of the game. So it's always going to be an argument there. Yeah, he had 23 and, it was 24 and 23. 24 and 23. Yeah, it was 24 and 23. But I get what you're saying. Yeah, he had a 2020 game, and that shows what he's been doing. You could tell that from not only the eye test, but you can also tell that from looking the numbers and looking on the on paper. We all know. Well, yeah, I mean, we did, but unfortunately they didn't get the win. I mean, look, bro. Look, Lou. Sometimes, man, it's not a matter of how much you're scoring and all this other stuff. It's a matter of when you do it. It's a matter of when you do it. It's like who would I rather have on the team? Okay, I know this is going to shock a lot of people when I say this. Who would you rather have on your team? Would you rather have Robert Horry or would you rather have Kyrie Irving? I want to hear from y'all. Who would you rather have on your team? And I'm not talking about leading the team or whatever, but if you had a choice to pick out of Robert Horry and out of Kyrie Irving, who would you choose? You'll choose Kyrie. Okay. Yeah, okay. That's one. That's your opinion. Go ahead. I want to hear from y'all. Like, I want y'all honest opinion. If you had a chance to choose out of Robert Horry and Kyrie Irving, in the clutch minutes. Okay, in the clutch minutes. But hey, isn't that okay? But Lou, that's what I'm saying. Isn't that what matters? Isn't that what matters? And the reason why I asked that is because, and that's a good, that's the actual good comparison. Like when you talk about clutch guys, you know what I'm saying? Well, when we go back to the 2016 finals or whatever. But the reason why I asked that is because you have a guy in Robert Horry throughout the whole entire game, and clutch isn't just. I want to make this clear too. Clutch isn't just hitting the bucket, hitting one single bucket, or last second shots and none of that. Clutch is a defensive play. Clutch can be down the stretch scoring, and then putting the icing on the cake. Clutch could be holding your man, holding your man, and putting a lockdown on your man. Just being a lockdown defender, sort of like what Andre Iguodala did, and Kyrie Irving did. I mean, not Kyrie Irving, Kawhi Leonard. Right. So, but see, everybody else is going to be so predicated on Kyrie Irving getting his numbers. They want him to, they want him to score, how well he finishes and all this other stuff. And my whole thing is okay, is it going to get you a chip? And can you do all that stuff without the help of a superstar? And that's been the stigma on Kyrie Irving. Now we know that Robert Horry was never no main player, nothing like that, but he was an important one. And without Robert Horry on a couple of those Lakers teams, we're not talking about no championship. Especially that one that shot he hit at the top of the key. Again, what's it called? Against Sacramento, I think it was. I mean, I gotta call it what it is, because we always talking about the scoring and doing stuff throughout the game. But what about when you close? What about how that's been the Lakers' problem, is closing, and they were able to finally do that. Now Denver started to come back. They started to ease their way back into the game and stuff. But they didn't let it happen this time. You said Terrence Mann on Luke. Yeah, Terrence Mann has always been a solid defender. You said Andrew Toney, or yeah, man, the Boston Strangler. What's up with it, Ron? See you in, man. The Boston Strangler. Oh, Norma Jean. Hey, how you doing? How you doing, man? How you doing, Queen? I'm sorry. I didn't even see you in here. Nah, the Lakers, they're gonna get closed out, and when they get closed out, then that's what the media is gonna do. What they're gonna do is they're gonna continue talking about, because this is gonna be a big off season. Like, it's gonna be a big off season for LeBron, because he can go anywhere. Well, he gonna try to go anywhere that he wants to. You know what I'm saying? I have a feeling that if the Lakers don't lose, LeBron is gonna go to New York. They're not gonna do anything with Darvin Ham. As much as people want to hate on Darvin Ham hasn't been the problem. That's not happening, man. You said the Lakers in 7. Oh my God, man. Okay. You know what? let's say the Lakers do win. That would probably be y'all championship right there. The fact that y'all were able to come back from a 3-0 deficit, yet alone 3-1. But I know it would be good for ratings. If it was a game 7, it would be, man, the ratings would go through the roof, man. The ratings would go through the roof. That would be crazy. I don't see that happening though, Ted. I really don't. I don't see it happening. I know, yeah, we got some hardcore Lakers fans in here, and then a lot of people are really pushing for the Lakers and the Celtics to be in the finals. I know Sugar wants her Celtics in the finals and stuff, but a lot of people are really choosing New York. They're choosing New York. But so do y'all honestly think that the Lakers could come back and beat the Denver Nuggets? Imagine it. Man, dog. Hey, everybody's pages that, are hardcore LeBron fans, dog, you're not going to be able to tell them anything. And on top of that, it's going to be a talking point that's going to be, LeBron, he came down from 0-3 and came all the way back from being damn near eliminated to go ahead and win the final. Jordan never did that. I already know they're going to say that stuff. I can hear it now. You said LeBron would be the GOAT. Oh, Lord, here we go. Here we go, man. Oh, man. Y'all already got him as the GOAT, right? That's who y'all got. That's y'all king. That's y'all savior. Nah, this ain't KG. Anything's possible. Nah, that ain't. Nah, they gonna go to Denver. They gonna close them out, man. That's gonna be pretty much it, man. It's Ant-Man's time. I know y'all want, we want to continue, living in this, this pipe dream and, this fantasy and stuff, but that's not happening. Nah, he your GOAT, Ted. He your GOAT. He your GOAT. Scrub Zero, what's up with it, man? Yeah, I'm gonna be talking a little bit more some football, man, too, because we gotta see what's gonna be happening in this off season. That whole situation with Debo saying, yeah, Ant-Man is the truth. I keep telling him. You said Jordan is your GOAT. Mm-hmm. But I mean, it would. I ain't gonna lie. All right, I ain't gonna lie. It would be, but you can't. That's what I'm saying. If that happens, we can't sit up here and just say it was LeBron that did that. you still wouldn't have no argument with me because AD played better throughout the course of the season, and on top of that, throughout the course of the playoffs. But that's how they gonna. The fact that LeBron is on the team, and then plus he was at the press conference talking about it's just basketball, stuff like that. Now, you know what though? I'm thinking LeBron. I'm not trying to make no excuse for him and nothing like that. But when I went back and I really looked at that press conference and how they asked the question and stuff like that, I'm not okay. When he said it's just basketball, I'm thinking that he was talking about, oh, it's just basketball. It ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm thinking that LeBron was coming from was saying like, oh, it's just basketball. It's not that hard to understand. It's not rocket science, if that makes any sense. I'm thinking, like, when I looked at it more, I'm like, maybe that's what he was talking about. And then the media was trying to, because I ain't gonna lie, when he was like, it's just basketball, I'm thinking he talking about, okay, yeah, it's just basketball. It don't mean nothing like that. That's when but I'm thinking he talking about, uh, it's just basketball. It's relatively simple if you really put your mind to it or something like that. But okay, well, you just woke up. You know what I'm saying? You want to start talking, but that don't, man. Look, bro. If when we make some off season moves and stuff, and we get our team right, because we're where we want to be, like in terms of what we're trying to form. But we got a guy in Embiid that is in the way. It's time to go. We didn't lose by much either. Y'all didn't blow us out or nothing like that, scrub. So I don't want you to, don't get ahead of yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? You act like y'all just running us out of the building, and it's been a dog fight. It's strange, because you don't see them. You don't see them, man. They it's like, they come out of the sewer when they start winning. They come out of nowhere, man. Like, yeah, man. Hey, I'm about to call you Stephen A. Snitch in a minute, Scrubs. Because that's how Stephen A. Smith is. You don't hear nothing, man. He talk all this trash about New York. New York can't do this. You don't hear from him. You know what I'm saying? They go in hiding. Now he want to come out. Now he want to come out, man. Now he talking. You said, where would Joel go? I don't know, man, but he got to get the hell up out of the Sixers, man. Ah, man, you doing yourself like that, man. Shoot, man, you gotta stay. Wait, what Mo 3 say? Tell him to come outside. He's gonna come outside. Peter Mo 3, man. Yeah, get the stepping. Yeah, man. Telling Pam and everybody else in the house to get the stepping. But I mean, for real, man, he gotta go, man. He gotta go. We good with Maxie, but the thing about it, Maxie gonna want to get paid too. And if there's money on the table, I wouldn't be surprised if Maxie make a move and go ahead and leave. If they gonna give him more. Yeah, Maxie Clutch didn't do particularly well last game, but I like his effort. But and then Nick Nurse, I didn't understand his rotation. Why didn't he sit? I didn't understand why he didn't sit Tobias Harris. All right, y'all. Finna ride out straight to the point, man. I'll get at y'all later, man.